So do you also use housing.com to get more leads for your own real estate business? Then this video can be really helpful for you. So hello all, welcome back to Pabbly, and in this video we are going to understand how to add housing.com leads data into ActiveCampaign. So like you, I also use housing.com to get more leads for my own real estate business. And now what I want is that as soon as we receive a new lead from housing.com, I want to create a new contact or update a contact in ActiveCampaign. So to do this, we are simply going to create a connection between housing.com and ActiveCampaign, and we are going to create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language using an amazing automation software which is Pabbly Connect. So if you also want to create this amazing automation for your own business, then for that you have to come with me towards my screen. Welcome to my screen everyone. So let's begin and create a connection between housing.com and ActiveCampaign. So to do this, I'm just going to open a new tab and I'm just going to search for the landing page of Pabbly Connect simply by typing pabbly.com/connect in my browser. Now it is opening the landing page of Pabbly Connect, using which we're going to create a connection between housing.com and ActiveCampaign. But before we move on further and create this connection, I'll just show you something really helpful. This is the Pabbly community where automation users, business owners and marketers connect. Pabbly community is a space where users share their ideas, workflow tips, doubts and solutions. So if you're stuck at any step, the community is a great resource for guidance. And if you also want to join this amazing community, the link is given in the description box below. Make sure to check it out. Alright, I'm just going to go back towards the landing page of Pabbly Connect, and over here we're just going to get two options. One is sign in and the another one is sign up for free. So if you are a new user, you can simply click on this sign up for free and you're going to get 100 of hours free every month to explore the application. But over here I am an existing user, so I'm simply going to click on this button which says sign in, and now it is opening all Pabbly apps, and over we're going to see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly. But in today's video we are going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications. So I'm simply going to click on this access now right over here to access my Pabbly Connect account, and now it is opening the dashboard of my Pabbly Connect account. And to get started, I'm just going to simply click on this button which says create workflow, and now it is asking me to select the workflow builder, the new one or the classic one. So the new workflow builder is faster, flexible and ideal for those who want a modern interface, while the classic one on the other hand is stable, has a familiar approach and ideal for those who want to try it and test its setup. So you can use any one from this. I'm just going to use this new one, so I'm just going to go towards the select of the new one. Now I'm just going to simply select the folder in which I want to save my workflow, and now I'm just going to simply name my workflow as this: add housing.com leads data into ActiveCampaign. Alright, as you can see on my dashboard, I've created multiple folders using which I save my workflows. If you also want to create a new folder, you can simply go towards this create new folder button and create your own. Alright, now after entering this workflow name and selecting the folder, I'm just going to simply click on this button which says create, and once I'm just going to click on this create, it is going to open the most important window of my automation, which is our workflow window. So this is the most important window because we have trigger and action in this. Trigger and actions are the two main principles on which our workflow is going to run. Trigger means when this happens and action means do this. So by this you can understand that the trigger starts the process and the actions are results towards the same. So alright, I'm just going to move on further and set up this trigger. I'm just going to go towards this add trigger button, and now I'm just going to simply select my trigger application as housing.com. So I'm just going to search for housing.com and select it, and now for the trigger event I'm just going to simply select new leads and click on this connect. Now in order to create a connection between housing.com and Pabbly Connect, we have received a webhook URL, and what you have to do is you simply have to copy this webhook URL and configure it in your account. And to configure this webhook URL, you have to reach someone from the backend team of housing.com or your account manager from housing.com, because housing.com portal doesn't have the provision to add the webhook URL directly from the user interface. So you have to reach out to your account manager from housing.com and ask them to add this webhook URL in your account. I've already done all of this and I've already added this webhook URL in my housing.com account. So I'm just going to simply capture the lead details right over here. Once your webhook URL is added in your account, automatically the lead details will be captured right over here. So I'm just going to simply capture this webhook response. And as you can see that we have successfully received the webhook response. Over here we have received the first name, last name, phone number, email, company name and the area. And now using these details only, I'm just going to simply create a new contact in my ActiveCampaign account so that we can nurture these new leads from housing.com with the help of emails, which I'm just going to send using ActiveCampaign further. Alright, so first I'm just going to simply click on this add new action step and add my action application as ActiveCampaign. So I'm just going to search for ActiveCampaign and select it. And now for the app event, I'm just going to simply select create or update a contact and click on this button which says connect. And now in order to create a connection between ActiveCampaign and Pabbly Connect, we have two options: add a new connection or select an existing connection. So if you have already created a connection between ActiveCampaign and Pabbly Connect, you can go towards this select an existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection, and now it is asking me for the URL and the API key. And how are we going to get this? For that, we simply have to open our ActiveCampaign account and go towards the settings from the left end of the site. And after coming over here towards this settings, we have to go towards this developer. And after coming over here towards this developer, this is the URL and the API key. So I'm just going to simply copy this URL, paste it, and same I'm just going to do with the API key also. But over here in the help text, it has clearly mentioned that we have to enter the URL without https://. Alright, so I'm just going to erase this. And now after doing this, I'm just going to simply click on this button which says save. And once I'm just going to click on this save, with this we have successfully created a connection between ActiveCampaign and Pabbly Connect. Now it is asking me for many another details like the email, first name and the rest of the details. So one by one I'm just going to simply fill in these details. But we are not going to fill in these details manually by typing it like this, but instead I'm just going to simply map it. So you must be wondering what is mapping. So mapping is a method by Pabbly which means inserting the data from the previous step. And when we insert the data from the previous step, automatically our data becomes dynamic and change with every new response received. Alright, one by one I'm just going to simply map all the details from the response of my previous step. And I'm just going to only map the details which are required like the first name, last name, email address and the phone number, or the details which I have in the response of my previous step. And as you can see that I've successfully mapped the details which were required. And now for the tag ID, this is not required, so you can leave it as blank. For the list, I'm just going to simply select the list as master contact list. Now I'm just going to ignore the rest of the fields because these are not required and click on the save and send test request. If you wish, you can definitely fill those fields too. And now once I'm just going to click on the save and send test request, yes, we are just going to wait for a few seconds. And as you can see, after waiting for a few seconds, we have received the positive response that we have successfully created a contact in our ActiveCampaign. Alright, so to check this, I'm just going to simply open my ActiveCampaign and I'm just going to go back towards this contact section, and now we're going to see a contact has been created. Name test lead, you're going to see the same email address and the same phone number which we entered. You're going to also see the date created and the time. So yes, you can see that with this we have successfully created a new contact in our ActiveCampaign account. And now whenever we're going to receive a new lead from housing.com, automatically a contact will be created, or if a contact already exists, the contact will be updated in our ActiveCampaign. All of this is going to happen in backend. We don't have to come back and again to our workflow to click on save and send test request. So yes, now go try this amazing automation for your own business too, because right now we are offering a free trial of Pabbly Connect. And while trying, if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. See you in the next video with many more automation tips, everyone. Thank you for watching. So not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly Connect, you can connect many more applications. And now if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this URL. And now go try this amazing automation for your own business too, because right now we are offering a free trial of Pabbly Connect.